Oh, yeah. It's Friday, and we're going to get it on like Donkey Kong.
I don't know about all that.
Oh, shit. That was funny. I don't know. Y ahí vamos. Oh, sorry. Major glitch. Hey, yo, Mookie, hit the intro. That was some funny ass shit, man. And we got right off the bat, we got Rough Girl in the house, Rough Girl TV. Shout out. Hope you're having a great Friday. What's up? I'm telling you what's up. This is probably my third glass of rum and Coke. Yeah, Malibu and Coke, actually. It's sweet and delicious, and you can hear the ice. Oh, yeah. Definitely. Refreshing.
That does sound good.
Mr. 36, how are you today? TGI, you, my friend?
Oh, dude, this was yeah. I'm so glad this is Friday and it's over. I got 2 days to recharge because let me tell you, this week sucked. Work.
This week felt super long. What's up? I love foods in the house. Good evening. I love food too.
I do too.
You know the name and the avatar throws you off. I love food, but you have a car in the background. Unless cars is your food.
You know, cars take you to get food.
That is true.
That is true. Yeah.
You're spitting out facts today, man. You're on fire already. Shit.
Already. Hitting them with the logic.
Oh my God. Yep, the 4 wheels in your tricycle can even get you to McDonald's as well. Shit.
That's what I changed my name to. 4 wheels and hot dogs. You know what I mean? It sounded like a gay guy who lives in a trailer. Yeah, he lives in the trailer park. And he's like overly gay, you know. 18 wheels and hot dogs. You know what I'm saying?
That sounds like you can make it into a country song,
right?
Back off the car is where I eat. Back of the car is where I eat. Yeah, a lot of me too. I've done that in the summertime. God knows it's too fucking cold to do that now. But yeah,
right?
we still, especially when everything was like pandemically shut, closed because you couldn't eat in the dining room, but you can go and pick up your food. So Anna and I would just sit at the board of the water, back the car up, open up the back of the CX-5 and just eat there, whatever it was. And here we got Key Dots in the house. Hola, chiquillo. ¿Cómo estás? All right, cool. She's in the house. Yeah, man, you gotta the thai.
What's chiquillos mean?
Chiquillos, like kids, like what's up, kids, boys. Yeah,
got it.
Yeah, like just because we're acting like chiquillos right now, definitely acting like chiquillos, not as grown ass men.
It's kind of what default setting, really.
Yeah, well, you know what? We have to be like, especially me, I have to be a grown ass, mature man at work and professional and withhold my feelings and not say things because I can hurt people's feelings. And now I can say whatever the fuck I want. If they want to strike me. But yeah.
The adulting is over. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I gave it the office.
True. Yeah. Rough Girl, Key Dots, Rough Girl. Welcome to the chat. Rough Girl TV, Flower and Roses. Oh man. I love the love. I feel the love. I feel the love in the chat right now.
Yeah.
I feel it. I like the vibe. Man.
Right off the bat, too.
Right off the bat. It's great. It's because it's the way we started. It was funny.
Probably.
It was really funny. Oh yeah. If you caught that, just rewind. It was fucking hilarious. Right, Mookie?
All right, man. So what's up first?
What's up first? Oh man, we got a bunch of shit. I like how let's fuck it. Let's go. Let's actually freaking attack. Attack. No, the words wrong words. I would have to say Trudeau. Trudeau's been pissing me off, man. Our prime minister.
Oh yeah, I like the thumbnail too. The true joke.
True joke. Yes,
Yep.
man.
That gave
Oh
me
my
a
God.
snicker.
Yeah. What is
Sci-Fi
this?
Nation,
You can do whatever
definitely.
you want. You can do whatever you want. Depends on me. Patron on ice. Yeah, you can pop bottles every night. Yeah, time to let loose, hey boys. Damn scapai. I'm fucking loose as hell right now. I don't know. I might get banned,
Right?
fired. No, whatever.
Definitely
It's
fired.
that Friday vibe. Yes, it is. It's that Friday vibe. Hey, Sci-Fi Nation's in the house. Yes, he is in the house. True joke, funny as hell. It is. It is. He is a true joke. So you see, I don't know if you've seen all the. He's been doing his tour of Europe, right? Speaking with the NATO people, going around and saying how Canada just renewed their NATO agreement to help, be part of NATO and the military. Blah 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 blah. And we're here to protect you, and our armies are standing by in Latvia. And he patrolled the troops. It's not patrol the troops. He investigated. Was it? Investigated the troop. What's that called? Investigated the troops, or when
Inspected.
Yes, inspected
There you go.
the troops. And I have nothing against people that want to go the military route. The thing is, he's talking.
Hold on 1 second. Look at Rough Girl just said.
What's that? Greetings, Rough Girl.
No,
Time for the draws to hit the flow.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Drop them if you got them. Mm-hmm. Yes, drop the drawers. Mallory, this is like, I got a troll in the house. We pushed out 300 more troops from Fort Bragg today.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Canada sent a few more too. But the thing is with Canada, right? And Canada has military, and we're known worldwide for our snipers. We have very good snipers. But the thing is that our vehicles and stuff are as old as fuck. Our equipment is old and raggedy. I mean, we got frigates in the Navy from World War II. World War II.
But it's like you live next to the world's largest police station. Nobody's coming for Canada.
But you don't stand in front of people saying like it's chest pumped out, saying all this shit like we're like this huge, powerful. We've always been the peacekeepers, right? We've been the ones that went into places after the Americans. The last thing we did together, not even together, was 2001 when we actually went to Afghanistan, I believe. Was it Afghanistan?
Yes.
Yeah, Afghanistan.
Yes, and if I'm not mistaken, some of your guys were dressed like Taliban to try and infiltrate this large group of Taliban, but they were at like a staging area.
That sounds very very Canadian. Yeah, sure.
And one of our
I'll take the undercover, sure.
One of our A-10 Warthogs spotted your troops and didn't realize they were Canadian troops,
right?
And dove on them and lit them up. Didn't hit nobody because everybody ran for these concrete buildings.
I remember that. Yes.
But blew up the vehicles and shit.
Talk about fuck up.
Right? One of those burp guns.
Yeah. They want your money to protect and serve you, or the oil. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and
we got over 3,000 so
ever
far.
since Western society got off the gold standard, the dollar, the Canadian dollar, American dollar, it's all backed by oil.
Yep. It's true. I think Canada's using Sci-Fi Nation goes, I think Canada's using the outdated equipment from here in the States. Yes, States and also Britain. I think we were supposed to buy old submarines apparently, and then that got canned a few years back because the cost of refitting them would have been crazy.
But I mean, every nation works together in that way. Every NATO nation the
Mhm.
militaries are becoming more and more intertwined. Like you said, your snipers. Did you know your Canadian snipers use American ammunition? They use
Yeah, of course.
American sniper ammunition.
Mhm.
Our snipers, generally, our snipers load their own ammunition, right, for their shooting style and all that, and
Hey,
then
Mari.
they will pair up with a Canadian sniper who has a similar way of doing things, and yeah, give them ammunition.
Mhm.
When your guy set the record, right, for the longest kill,
Yeah.
um, yeah, he had just got the bullets from an American sniper, and he said in an interview without that ammunition, he wouldn't have been able to do it
Mm.
with Canadian rounds. But and I saw a guy talking today. He's an Army Ranger, and there was an interview with him and a Navy SEAL, and they were talking about how they work real close with the SAS, um, the Australian Special Forces, British Special Forces, that they all work, pretty intertwined nowadays.
Mhm. Hmm. So I was like, status of Canadian Army. I was just curious.
Right.
I'm like, what's on public record? So this is where I came across. The Canadian Army strong. The Canadian Army Forces is comprised of approximately 68,000 regular force and 27,000 reserve force members, increasing to 71,500 and 30,000 respectively under strong, secure, engaged Canada's defense policy, as well as 5,200 Ranger Patrol Group members.
Ranger Patrol, right?
What the fuck is Ranger Patrol?
That's your, I believe, and I mean, don't quote me on it, but I believe Ranger Patrol is your special forces.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So there was another one that I saw, like compared to the United States, we're nothing.
Possibly. I'm gonna look that up.
I like all these questions. Like, who comes up with these questions? Who controls Canadian military? Who are Canada's enemies? Has Canada ever fought the US?
Well, that's what people are typing in when they go to search, right?
Like, it's like crazy. Did Canada fight in World War II? Yes, we did. What fucking dumb fuck didn't know that? Like, seriously.
Everybody
Like,
fought in World War II. That's why it was called
jeez.
World War II.
How safe is Canada? I don't know. Ask the moose. Canada is considered one of the safest destinations in the world. Crime rates are low. Police are trusted. Police are trusted. Yeah, okay. Easy to contact and quick to respond. No matter where you travel, some common sense is where you kept some common sense is important part personal safety. No shit. Because if you stick a fork into a freaking toaster that's plugged in, your common
What
sense
was
is
that
out
called?
there.
Ranger what?
Was Ranger Patrol Group members. I wish I was still in contact with my military buddies.
My brother was infantry in Iraq for
That's
United
right.
States
You
Army.
told me that. Yeah.
I mean, if we ever had, we came up with some kind of topics like that, we could have him on.
Oh, yeah, man. That would be cool. For sure. Hell, I've told you, right? My dad was actually special forces.
No, you didn't tell me that.
Yeah, in Spain during the Franco regime, he was special forces, demolitions. Yeah, he's very quiet
Oh,
about
okay.
it. Yeah.
Okay, so the Canadian Rangers, they are it says right here, a subcomponent of the Canadian Army Reserve. They live and work in remote, isolated, and coastal regions.
Oh, okay. So
They
basically, they're
provide
stuck on the freaking
light.
parts of Yukon.
Well, I mean, they're pretty much special forces because of this right here. They provide light-equipped, self-sufficient mobile forces to support Canadian Armed Forces, national security, and public safety operations within Canada.
Nice.
So they'd probably be like Marine Recon.
Mm-hmm. And we got the lovely Sherry in the house saying, hello, the Basco scenario and R36. Hola, Sherry. Hope you're doing good. Thank you for stopping and appreciate it.
Happy Friday, Mari.
I love the support, man. This is great. This is awesome. Just, two grown-ass men complaining about politics and making fun of Trudeau.
Yeah, let's get to that.
Yeah,
I gotta
he
hear
was
this
just,
Trudeau thing.
it was basically. Oh, you want to hear it? Hold on. So, let's see here. Yeah, this is speak. I can't hear after the whole Ottawa thing, and painting everybody as freaking terrorists. Then he's over there, and you know how many, he was talking about how the mandates for the COOF, right, and all this, how there's limited beds, hospital beds, and ICU, and all this bullshit.
Right.
Now we're sending thousands of beds over to Ukraine and doctors to Ukraine. You know what Russia has done? He made us forget about COVID-19. That's what they have done, man. Like all of a sudden, all these hospital beds are being shipped. All these hospitals are being shipped. All these doctors are going overseas to help out. It's just crazy, man.
I know.
It's just and I can't find. I didn't tag it. Damn it. True.
I don't see Trudeau staying in office. Do you?
No, actually, now what's happening is the opposition. We have this guy, a turncoat, right? He was a liberal person who was our provincial premier here in Quebec, Jean Charest, or John Charetz, if you want to speak American. He is he's
Americanese.
Americanese. He's actually going to go run for the opposition leader for the Conservative Party.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Said some things that the province of Quebec is eating him up for him now. But anyways, that's a topic for another day. Trudeau speech. I've been listening to the freaking speeches every morning, man. Where is this? Trudeau delivers foreign policy. So
I'm just waiting on something crazy. Like,
no, it's just basically, like, I can't find it now. I don't even know whether this 3 weeks ago.
No, I mean like something weird, right? Like, I don't know, a bunch of Russian truckers form a fucking form a convoy to drive into Ukraine to protest the war. So, you know what I mean?
Oh my
like,
God.
It's the trend now.
What's your feelings with this whole Ukraine thing? I'm mixed now. I'm really mixed with this.
Dude, okay, this sounds completely, I know, conspiracy theory thing, right? But does anyone actually believe that the Ukrainian army, who's had to arm its civilians, is actually holding back the Russian army?
No.
I just don't buy it. I think that, I don't know. I'm just going to say this. It would not surprise me if we find out after this is all said and done that there was, some conglomerate of different UN nations sending in their, undercover, like, special forces units. And you know what I mean? Like, I just don't see how they're holding back unless it's this. Unless air superiority is just that significant, because the Russians do not have air superiority. They don't.
Right.
So without it, can you have, in modern warfare, can you have a successful ground campaign without air support, without dominating the sky? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I don't believe for 1 second that Ukrainian ground forces are actually holding the Russians back.
No, it makes absolutely no sense. And I agree.
Did you see that video?
I think there's unmanned U.S. or British or Canadian special forces involved in this.
Yeah, they're just not in drones.
Yeah, it makes sense, man, because
and 38 million, something like 38 million cell phones in Ukraine. Where's the raw footage?
Yeah, there's a blackout now, right? You're not getting so much YouTube footage of it, and there's so much fake footage out there.
Oh yeah,
it's crazy. Like there was one footage that shows the Americans are deploying their new tank, and it was a freaking tank graphic from freaking Command and Conquer video game.
Yeah, they did the same shit with the Ghost of Kiev, right? And he was supposed to be this, a spider pilot and shit like that. And I think I forget the name of the game, but it was video game footage of a dogfight, you know.
Yeah.
And that was like on
Um,
day 2, right?
yeah. It's
Crazy.
crazy, man. That's crazy. It's just like,
And then you got this stuff coming out now about how United States has like what 5 bioweapon labs there.
mhm.
Have you heard about that?
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff. Now, this is the thing. The latest one that happened yesterday was the maternity hospital, right? That was bombarded, right? You heard
Right.
about that, right?
Yeah.
And it's terrible, man. Children were killed, women were killed that were pregnant. It's a disaster.
Yeah, and
But
I Love
Russia has
Food makes a good point right there too.
and I'll get to that to the chat
Mhm.
and after I finish this what I have to say. And Russia has come out and said that it wasn't them.
Really? Well,
Yeah,
you had that lady go in front of Congress and testify that she said, "Yes, we do have those labs there actually." And she's like trying to talk without saying too much. And she says basically, "We have things in these labs that would be bad if the Russians got their hands on it. We don't know what they would do with it."
mm,
So, they're pretty much admitting they're bioweapons.
yeah. And then you have Biden that said that they expect them to use bioweapons as well, right? Didn't he say that recently?
Right. But did you okay, so then another guy pointed this out, and I'd have to verify it, but it's interesting if this is true.
Mhm.
He's saying that the Russians are not he said they're not trying to hold ground anywhere, right? They're not setting up forward operating bases. They're
Correct.
not doing that. They're
They
only
don't have
taking
they don't they,
certain
exactly. They don't have the manpower to hold a certain area.
but they do. See, that's the thing is they do, but they're not using it.
Hmm.
And he pointed out that they have taken control of 3 major cities, and those major cities are said to be where those bio labs are. And then there's an interview that Putin did a couple of years ago where he talked about that. And he said, that the US is maintaining uh bioweapon labs in Ukraine. And he pointed this out a couple of years ago, and then that seems to be so far, if it's true that he's taken those 3 cities, and those 3 cities are where the labs are, then that's the only evidence of any kind of objective that the Russians have put forward, right? Like everything else seems to be just a shit show.
Hmm. Hmm. So I wonder how motivated the average Russian soldier is for this battle. Yeah, I think it's truly split, right?
All right.
Because I believe Russia's military, you have mandatory inscription. So you have videos that show Russian soldiers that were saying that, well, again, they're captive. So how much is true, who knows? That they were on a drill and they said there was going to be an in and out type of thing, and next thing you know,
Right.
they're in a freaking convoy invading and shooting at
And
soldiers
there were
from
enough of them
Ukrainian
that
soldiers.
said it, right?
Yeah,
There were enough different ones at different parts of the country that said the same
right.
thing. We were told this was a military exercise, you know, and then also,
That's considered. So does that mean no one really got stuck on Snake Island? That's scary. Yeah, yeah. Command and Conquer. Yeah, it's you know what? I don't know what to think anymore. I really don't.
how could you? The
I
way
really
shit
don't
goes.
because you know what? Myself being a power, one of the was it G8, G7 countries that are there supplying weapons, but are not putting soldiers or aircraft in the airspace when innocent people are being killed. Like what needs to happen for NATO to finally say enough is enough?
What's a numbers
Because
game, bro? It's a numbers game.
but that's exactly it, right? It's like what's the next step? Like how many
Would
more people
you
have to die? How many more people?
would you
It's
sacrifice 1 million people to save 4 billion?
Well, that's the thing, right? And I believe, hold on a second, actually. The fact you said that's very interesting, right? Because I
It's
saw
a, I mean,
something.
It's
No,
with
that
politicians.
that yeah, yeah,
It always comes down to the numbers, dude. And it's either people or money.
yeah. It's wicked that you wicked, well, wicked and like cool wicked. I'm like talking like back in the 80s. Yo,
Yeah.
wicked brother,
Be careful
wicked.
when you say wicked to a white guy these days, buddy. I don't know what you're talking about. You know what I mean?
Let's see here, a new one. Anything and everything shown on TV is scripted nowadays. It's safer to assume it's fake. I agree 100%. I agree. The whole Ottawa convoy thing had, that's what really shocked many Canadians like myself and Fat Steven. We were both like blown away. If it wasn't for the YouTubers that were on the ground filming 24 hours a day, like not one particular person, but as a group, you would think that what the Prime Minister Trudeau was saying, that they were all racist and they're all hooligans and they were all that. No, they didn't show the people clothing and helping dress the homeless or feeding the homeless
Oh
or
yeah.
keeping the war monument clean. And no, they didn't show that. They showed one guy who had a Nazi flag, a swastika flag, who was just showing it there, just as, do you want your flag to turn into
Right.
this?
He was saying,
Who
yeah. Do
was
you want?
later,
Is this
yeah,
what you want for your government?
who was
Is
later
this you?
told by
You want to
other
be?
people that were were complaining or protesting, other protesters, to put it away, which he did. But no, the people that took those pictures was Trudeau's own photographers, photographers that took those pictures. So
Right.
that's the crookedness, man.
Oh yeah.
Anything and everyone, exactly. There was just recently a third round of ceasefire talks to clarify and outline when and what routes refugees could take to get out. The Ukrainian army fired on the route. But see, this is crazy. So they're allowing innocent people to leave so that anybody else can stay and fight and die.
Right.
But during these times, this is the thing they're not telling you. During these ceasefires, which is ceasefires in the locations which they are designating, that means they're advancing in other locations where there isn't a ceasefire. So it's designated areas they're under ceasefires, and meantime, they're coming in through other fronts.
Yeah, last I saw, the Russian army was advancing on 3 different fronts. Yeah. They're advancing from the east, north, and south.
Correct. And now they're advancing more on western fronts.
Yeah, because they were able to land boats.
Yeah, in order also to stop the support coming in from the west. Right?
Did you know this? Did you know Russia has tactical nukes? Like not long-range ICBMs.
Yes.
They have battlefield nukes.
Of course.
Like you could take out, like they're small. It would level a city block.
And that's what Putin said. He said that he has his nuclear arsenal on high alert. And it was published that all he has to do is give the order.
Did you see the video? There's a tank column, and I think it's like a dozen tanks, and they're in 2 lines, and they stop in this city. And I think they stopped to either, some sort of navigation problem, refuel, something like that.
Okay.
Civilians start firing rockets at the tanks. They destroyed 3 vehicles. Right. Here's what I found odd about that. If you watch that video, you can clearly see where those rockets are coming from. And in that tank column, not one tank returns fire. Not one. They just take off. Super weird to me, because I have a feeling if you fired, if that was an American tank column in, say, Afghanistan, and they fire, and I've seen videos of this, you fire an RPG at an American tank column, and every gun in that column is turning directly at your ass, and smile when you see the flash. You know what I mean?
Major. So this is the article I came across. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, that's the thing. What do you believe, right? There's so many cameras out there, right? And they have the YouTube channel that has camera feeds 24/7 on Kiev, right? You don't see much, dude. You just hear the siren wail, and that's it.
Yeah, every time I click on those on YouTube, those live feeds, I never see anything.
Yeah. So the article I came across was when Biden says he'd fight World War III for NATO, but not for Ukraine. So it goes to what you were saying, right? Do you want to risk millions of lives for those of Ukraine, right? It's crazy.
Right.
U.S. has a sacred obligation to defend NATO, Biden says. No-fly zone in Ukraine would mean war, he tells Democrats.
Right. Because that's
This
where
is March
Putin is
11th.
drawing the line.
Yeah. So President Joe Biden said he would defend NATO to the point of World War III, but he won't risk touching off a wider conflict by fighting Russia and Ukraine, and ruled out establishing a no-fly zone. Because Zelensky, that's what he's really pushing for, right? The no-fly zone, because that's what they're getting bombarded by their choppers and their jets, right?
Right.
That's the main things that are supposedly taking them down. As we provide this support to Ukraine, we are going to continue to stand together with our allies in Europe and send an unmistakable message that we will defend every inch of NATO territory, because Ukraine is not part of NATO. This is what's apparently started this whole thing, right? That Ukraine wanted to become part of NATO, and Putin said, no, that's not going to happen. Which, if you look at it as a Russian, government, do you want to have your so-called enemy right next door, right?
Right.
Just how the Americans didn't want Russia to have missiles in Cuba, right? Hence the Cuban Missile Crisis. That we will defend it with which Biden said in Philadelphia on Friday during a speech. Democrats, if they move once, granted, if we respond, it is World War III. But we have a sacred obligation on NATO territory. What so sacred obligation do they have as American people?
We have a sacred obligation on NATO territory. Well, yeah, it's the treaty.
Right. But he again says the U.S. won't fight Russia on Ukraine, including by establishing an OFI. We will not fight the Third World War in Ukraine, he said. He rejected calls for the U.S. to consider an effort to close the skies over Ukraine, which American military commanders have said would require shooting down Russian planes in the airspace. Don't kid yourself. No matter what you all say, that's called World War III. Okay? Biden said.
Well, yeah. Actually, Putin said. Biden's just like, okay, I heard you.
Yeah.
Because Putin said it first. He said if you basically if you declared a new poutine.
Yeah, every time you say Putin, I think of poutine. I just want freaking French fries and gravy and cheese curds. Yeah. Wasn't there a war that started after the Spanish flu?
No. Spanish flu occurred during the First World War.
There you go. My man 36. You're like a walking encyclopedia, brother.
Well, I know that because it's called the Spanish flu because our troops that were stationed in Spain brought it back to the United States.
Goddamn Spaniards. Fuck.
Yep. Yeah. It was given a different name. It had a different name until it came home.
The Hispanic flu?
No.
Oh, yes, the Hispanic.
No. It was called something else, but I forget what it was. But they were blaming U.S. soldiers for spreading it to indigenous people. Because a lot of at the time, a lot of indigenous people ground, what do they call them? Reservations. Were near our military bases, training sites, and stuff like that. Yeah.
So Mio 1. Yeah, but what about Alaska? That is next door to Russia. Yep.
Yeah, we talked about that last week, and
that's where NORAD comes in.
Right, that's where NORAD comes in. Yep.
Correct. And that's why I said the whole freaking drill they did that summer freaked me out. Freaking seeing F-18s and freaking what was that? F-22s? Americans F-22s? Holy crap. That's whoa, dude, those are freaking impressive, man.
Yeah, they are. They're basically rockets.
Yeah, that was insane.
When they came out, they were
down with Russia. Yes, they are.
Yep.
That's the other scary part is China. They've been awfully quiet. That at least when the media comes around, it's awfully quiet. I remember at the first time of the invasion of Ukraine, you heard about an alleged Chinese fighter jets being in Taiwanese airspace. So yeah, it's kind of like shit. No, I mean it is scary. You know, you got North Korea too.
Well, did you see that UN that meeting where the last time Putin was going to speak to the UN and everybody got up and walked out.
Yeah.
But except for China.
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 So Key Dots comes in with the great influenza epidemic, I believe they called it.
Could be.
I love that emoji, man. That's nice. I like it. It's fuego. Rough Girl, welcome G Major. Yeah, G Major in the house. I saw him before. What's up, Key
What
Dots?
up, dope?
How China's looking at the USA like, I wish you would. Oh, I think so too, man.
I don't know.
So
I think
so too. I know China's watching and taking notes.
Exactly.
That's what they're doing.
They're definitely studying how the US is going to respond, or responding to this.
Well, not just the US, not the rest of the world. I wouldn't just say the US.
Well, no, I mean the US in particular, because no one is going to get, I mean, let's face it, the UN is not going to get involved in this unless they know that the US is going to, right? That the US will do it.
Right.
Same thing would happen in Taiwan. Basically, same thing would happen in Taiwan that is happening here. Same thing in Tokyo.
Right.
Right. If and then Tokyo is Japan, right?
Correct. Yes.
And then you got North Korea wants to go to South Korea.
Oh no. You just for that you just have to send the BTS army.
What's the BTS army?
Oh my god, you don't know who BTS is? It's one of the biggest K-pop groups out there, man. They have a
God, you and the K-pop, I should have known.
I'm telling you, man. I didn't know who these people were until my daughter started talking about it, and then I started watching. Dude, my daughter started this fan page for BTS, and she has so many followers on it. Like, at one point, I wanted to take over her account just to get, monetized.
Yeah.
But she's just like reposting shit, and it's crazy. It's a crazy amount of people in the comments she gets, and I'm like, all she's doing is doing fan art and reposting shit. And these people, the fan group for BTS is worldwide. It's like hysteria, man. I'm like, all you have to do is send them to the front line with their glow sticks and shit. Oh my god, crazy. Let's see here. China's looking for like I wish you would. Okay, China can literally starve us out, but I'm ready for the purge. Yeah, you can even see this, at least here in Canada. You can see it in car dealerships. There's not. I drove by yesterday a Toyota dealership when I was coming from my dad's. It was empty. They have no cars. There's a waiting list to get your car because of manufacturing parts, right? The chips and all that stuff.
But
so
China is so heavily dependent on the US for soybeans. See, that's
I knew my dad was onto something when he was growing soybeans on his farm.
Yeah. Like heavily dependent on us for soybeans.
Man, it's crazy stuff. There was one thing I wanted to show. Hold on, where's my my list of my little links? See if this is gonna work. Open news. See if I get that. I don't know who sent. Did you send me a TikTok today?
Yeah, right before this.
Man,
if you want to get to that, that's hilarious.
Yeah, so you said you man, I hate when you send me freaking TikToks, because then what happens? It opens up my page, and then I start going through TikToks, and next thing you know, 2 hours later, my life is gone.
And your legs are asleep, and you realize you've been sitting on the toilet for 2 hours.
So basically, and then you're crawling yourself out the bathroom, like you're going through under barbed wire. Yeah, that's the moment my wife will look at me and say, "You okay there? I can't feel my legs.
I was on there so long.
Gosh.
I had to go again."
I saw this, and I want your people in the chats,
semiconductors,
to like actually, I don't know, man, what your feels of this. Hold on. Dum 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 dum. Boom 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 boom.
Furry ghost.
All right, you guys can see that I have sound. So I saw this, right?
Hey, hang on just a second.
Yeah,
this could be interesting. Rough Girl, are you serious right now, cleaning your furry costume?
That's why they call it Rafgal. Like semiconductors. G Major just chilling, cleaning my furry costume. Yeah, anything goes on the show. You guys can in the chat can talk about anything as long as you're not disrespecting each other and going for the jugular. All right, so
No, because I have a
really,
if she's being serious, I have a follow-up question.
Okay, well, she's contemplating of telling us or divulging the truth of her in a furry costume. Let's play this in the meantime.
I'd like to congratulate President Putin for being the only person that caught a fish today.
So you know Vladimir Putin. You think he's a killer?
Mm-hmm. I do.
I like Putin. He likes me. We get along.
I looked the man in the eye. I found him to be very straightforward and trustworthy. We had a very good dialogue. I was able to get a sense of his soul. A lot of people never really dreamt that an American president and a Russian president could have established the friendship that we had. We were enemies for a long period of time. When I was in high school, Russia was an enemy. Now the high school students can know Russia is a friend.
I don't have a bad personal relationship with Putin. When we have conversations, they're candid, they're blunt. I know the press likes to focus on body language, and he's got that kind of slouch, looking like the bored kid in the back of the classroom. But the truth is that when we're in conversations together, oftentimes it's very productive.
I respect Putin. He's a strong leader, I can tell you that, unlike what we have.
President Putin called me up very nicely to congratulate me on the win of the election.
Putin's a killer. A lot of killers. We got a lot of killers. Why do you think our country's so innocent?
I like Putin. He likes me. We get along. Isn't it? Wouldn't you say it's smart to get along? Okay, smart.
So what specifically will you do differently to change Vladimir Putin's behavior?
Well, first of all, there's no guarantee you can change a person's behavior or the behavior of his country. Autocrats have enormous power. They don't have to answer to a public.
Why do you think he hasn't changed his behavior in spite of everything the U.S. has done to this point?
He's Vladimir Putin.
Putin is the aggressor. Putin chose this war. And now he and his country will bear the consequences.
I'd like to congratulate President Putin.
Okay, so something interesting about that.
Mm-hmm.
The UN does not want, I do not think the UN wants Ukraine to be part of the UN. Putin obviously doesn't want it, but Putin doesn't want control of Ukraine. He wants that neutral buffer zone. And the buffer zone has always been beneficial to the UN and to Russia, right? Because the UN nations don't really want to put assets right next to Russia, right? So, and then Russia obviously doesn't want the UN at its doorstep. So that could be another reason why nobody's really jumping in on this, like full fledged,
exactly. And what Rough Girl's saying, Putin has gone through 5 presidents. He started with Clinton. I know, it's crazy how long this guy's been in freaking power, man. It's insane. So that means I don't know how it works, and I'll have to watching this made me realize the same thing as you, Rough Girl. It's like I need to look into how their politics work. Is he? I don't think he's elected. Is he? He must be elected. People must vote, right?
Well, I mean, could you really?
I don't know, man.
I mean? Could you really count on that? But and like I've said before, there are plenty of things I do not like about Russia, and I don't like the fact that he's been there that long and things have gotten no better for his people. Like he has literally done nothing to better the lives of his people.
I love food. I believe him. Bush would never lie.
Weapons of mass destruction.
Yeah, right there, right? That massive, dead on. 36, dead on that. He was in high school with Jesus.
High school. He owes Jesus back, $20.
Bring back Trump. You know what? I just couldn't stand the words coming out of his mouth. But from people that I spoke that my family and people that I know in the United States, the economy was having a rebound, man. My cousin had construction work like crazy.
That's right. He nominated himself for lifetime. I do remember that. And yes, things were better here under Trump. Not a doubt. No doubt they were. He didn't say nice like that guy on it's all over. I've seen this video all over Instagram. I've seen it all over TikTok. Everybody's duetting it and stuff. He didn't say nice tweets, but he was that guy that you didn't fuck with because you never knew what he was going to do, you know? And he always tried to do, and I think his actions speak for this, he always tried to do what he thought was best for America. America as a country, not the society, not the social structure, none of that, but the American position in the world, right? Do what was best for America as a whole. Yeah. And, the mean tweets, I'll take the mean tweets back.
Yeah. American made is good for the economy. Remember, that was George Bush Sr.
Right.
American made is good for the economy. Fucking
and that's
SNL
the problem too, man. I mean, fuck, that's been a problem here for a while. There's no manufacturing here anymore. Not on the scale it used to be.
Exactly. Even in Canada, it's the same thing, man. We're suffering the same thing.
And I can tell you right now, G Major being in Detroit should know that better than anybody.
Oh yeah, for sure. Trump's seen upon what Putin's doing. Yeah, because it would be a business deal, right? Trump isn't known for intelligence. Not that he's a businessman, and that's what we need. Exactly. It's like I've said this time gaming with 36 here. I'm like, I just can't stand when he talks. Like, take away his phone and have somebody else talk.
Right. But the thing about it is he didn't really have to do a whole lot other than stop letting people fuck with us.
Correct. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like NAFTA. NAFTA was a horrible. I mean, it was good for Canada, but NAFTA was a horrible trade agreement for the United States.
Yeah. G Major comes in, but not good with foreign policy or diplomacy. No, he wasn't.
Not diplomacy for sure. Foreign policy.
He did not.
Yeah.
You can tell he didn't give a shit. He didn't give a shit. He was Trump. He was Trump. He was himself. He didn't put out a barrier and be political. It was like, here I am. You saw it in pictures when he would be like, he would push people just to be in the picture to get in there.
And the thing for me was, he could go on TV, give a speech, and we could all hear it. We could all hear it. We could all see exactly what he was saying on Twitter. And then when you rehear it on the news, it was like they would say, this is what he really meant. This is, or Trump said this. Yeah. And then it was nowhere near what he actually fucking said. It was like, okay, if he's so damn horrible, why do you have to change what he said to make it sound worse?
Right. Yeah. That's getting done a lot today with everybody, right?
Right.
Now it's the other side doing it to Biden, right? Exactly what the other side was doing to Trump. It's a never-ending circle. Rough Girl comes in. Putin is that girl that totally freaking crazy, but has great sex. You can't just walk away. Trump was America first. Yeah. I would take McCain over Trump and Biden.
See, I don't think so, G. Just because McCain was a politician, right? So McCain did what was best for McCain. Did you know this? Trump is the only former president to leave office poorer than when he went in. He's the only one that did not come out richer than when he started. The only one.
All right. He ain't fucking dying of hunger, that's for sure.
No, but he didn't take a fucking dime either.
Low spec Linux laptop. Well, I don't know, man. I haven't seen his receipts, but I get what you're saying.
Right.
Anyone but Biden. I seriously, I don't know.
Dude, do you still have that TikTok I sent you about the?
Hold on, I'll bring it on. You send it on Facebook, yeah. Hold on.
No, the one. Remember a couple shows ago, I think it was.
You sent it to me on
my fellow Jamaicans.
Oh my God, yes.
Oh, play that again.
Yeah, that was funny. Fuck, man. I don't know if I have it. My fellow Jamaicans. Jesus, that was a while ago, right?
Yeah, I'll say, yeah, just go ahead and move on. I'll see if I can find it and I'll resend.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on with what we talked about Trudeau. We talked about our thoughts of Ukraine. Oh yeah, Ryan Coogler. And this wasn't recent. Like it came out like this week and stuff. But I was like, what the hell? Hey, low spec Linux top. I take a pimp over Biden.
Right.
Wow. You know, there's apps now, so you don't have to have a pimp. Just saying. So yeah, Ryan Coogler. You heard what happened with them, right?
Yeah.
So apparently, everybody knows, right? He went to the bank. He was wearing his N95 mask for COVID, right? That's what you're supposed to do.
Right.
And he went inside. He wrote a note asking the teller that he wanted to take a couple of grand out of his bank account. And the teller panicked because it was a black man in a mask, in a hoodie, and called 911 on him as a suspect.
We interrupt your regularly
She did not run his ID, did not run his banking information, which she was writing down on a piece of paper. Didn't run any of that. Just called the cops on him. So hold on, I have the body cam of the police officers. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna play that, and then I'll play your thing that you sent. Hold on. Where is it here? Man, chat's popping today. Thank you, everybody that's sticking around, man. I appreciate that. It's awesome.
It's already been 48 minutes, dude. This is slow.
I know it's
We're probably
so
gonna go over
awesome.
an hour tonight.
It's so awesome, so awesome. So yeah, so here we go.
Hey, sir. Do me a favor, man. Come this way. Put your hand behind your back.
No, back. Got it.
Okay, he has to be freaking confused out of his freaking mind.
Right.
Right?
But he doesn't flip out.
No, he doesn't. Oh man, I
Right.
commend him for this, right? Because he stayed calm, and when he saw the gun, that's when he's like, whoa, right? No
Right.
shit. I would fucking be wooing one as well.
But then see, as soon as he follows orders, puts his hands behind his back, cop puts the gun away.
Yeah, and that's how it's supposed to be. That's how it's supposed to be.
And that's how it happened with me.
You really y'all doing this, bro? Give me 1 second.
That's a nice fucking bank.
Oh shit.
204 and everything.
Fellas, I really should do it. You know what I mean?
What's going on,
So-
my man?
Trying to put money on my own.
You said what? Yeah, what's up? This your phone?
Yeah, sure. Man, is that my family baby nurse? Y'all have her detained right now?
What? Say it again?
The baby nurse, the Filipino woman that was in the back seat, y'all have her detained right now?
Yes, she's made the 10 of this.
Okay, that baby nurse he's talking about must be apparently it's a Filipino baby nurse that wants to be paid cash, and the guy's taking out, what was it, $12,000?
Right.
Mm-hmm. That's sus as fuck, in my opinion.
Uh-huh. She sounds like an accountant.
Can you, the doctor explain what's going on while we're out here?
Not really, man.
I want to get $12,000 for the Philippines, and I want to go back to the Philippines with $12,000 by farm.
Filipino.
Right, so we got a call
I
basically.
heard somebody ask me if I passed the note.
Yeah.
It's probably been one of these goes,
So basically, we got a call, and from what we got the call, it seemed like someone was trying to rob the bank. Something about you passing a note to the teller, something to that effect. Can you just tell me what's going on?
Okay, this is something I really have to commend the officers. You know, they're doing things with the book. They have the body cams. You know what? Body cams should be mandatory for any law enforcement. Like over here in Montreal, they tried to pass that, and the police union actually denied it. I mean, right away, when you have a police union that denies the body cam, I'm sorry, you're fucking corrupt. Because I am sure that the body cam has saved a lot of police officers from allegations from victims saying,
Oh yeah,
a different narrative, right?
oh yeah, and every cop I've spoken to about it has said that
Yeah.
they're for it.
Mhm,
That it's saved them more trouble than anything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, bro. It's a medical assistant that works in my house and prefers to be paid in cash.
It's a medical assistant that works in our house who prefers to be paid in cash.
That's a lot of jail for your nail.
Every time I make a withdrawal to pay her, you know, because it's a large amount, she works a lot.
Yeah.
You know, if I don't write down on the note how much I went out, and then I don't want it ran through the money counter right there at the desk, the whole bank ends up looking at it. They just bring money going through the money to the account. And I don't feel safe. I don't feel safe getting.
And you know what? I don't agree with them. I mean, I agree with what he's saying. Like, I'm going out with that much money.
Yeah.
Money out like that. So every time I go to withdraw it, you know, I put the amount, the account I want to take it out of, and I put my own card in, and then they usually take me out like always just get the money from it. You know what I'm saying?
The teller, she started to freak out, so she didn't even match the account with his ID that she gave him. So I need to double check to see if that's even the account, his account. You see what I'm saying? Because if that is his account, then what is he doing that wrong? You see what I'm saying?
I stated to the officers that arrested me that had their Glocks out.
Yeah.
That I was pulling money on my own account.
I understand.
I put my own bank card in there before they let you in the back. You know what I'm saying?
So we have to confirm that. You gotta understand. We don't come out because of the seriousness of the call. We don't just come out, and unfortunately, in a situation like that, you don't get the benefit of the doubt. We detain, and then we ask questions later. That's exactly what I went inside for. Basically, we got a call from, I believe, the teller saying that someone slipped a note. Basically made it appear as if the bank was being robbed by somebody. They gave a description and things like that. That's why we came out and we detained everybody, like explained to him. Unfortunately, in those situations, we take an abundance of caution because we don't know what's going on. That's why you were detained. Once we figured out that they called, and she's saying that I guess he wasn't speaking, and that's and passed her note, and that's why she was nervous and stalling. She white or black? I have no idea. I didn't talk to her.
Okay.
She's white or black.
First of all,
no idea. I did not talk to her.
Right.
Go ahead.
Number one, I'm gonna say she was black, just because when this hit the news cycle, dude, if that was a white teller, they would have been like, white teller calls cops on black man. The only time in the States anyway, anytime they don't use race, if they don't say the race of the perpetrator, you know the perp was not white. Because if it's white, they're gonna say, white man robs black lady in subway, right? If they just say, but if it wasn't a white guy that did it, they'll say, black woman robbed in some way or in subway by, unidentified man, right? That's the way it works here in the social, but something that cop said, he said abundance of caution, right? And I'm picking up on this in these videos like this. That's a term that's getting, like, you hear it all the time now. An abundance of caution. That's a way of saying I violated somebody's rights. I may have, I may not have, I don't know. I was using the maximum amount of caution, because that's an argument for court for later on, right? Well, why did you do this, officer? I was using an abundance of caution. That's a lawyer talking. That's somebody's HR department talking, risk management department talking. But in the overall scheme of this, all I will say is, when you look at this whole scenario, does that appear as if anyone was out to get somebody?
Not at all, man.
Exactly.
The guy was just there to being precautious and doing his thing. And I agree with you, rough girl. She should be fucking fired. But you know what? She was scared, so she's gonna hire whatever psychological thing for not, but she had a protocol. She had ID there. She had the ID, and he wasn't, and in the video at all, he wasn't menacing. There was no signs of weapons, nothing at all for her to be afraid. And I'm curious now to see, like, I'm looking at this right here, Ryan Coogler 911 call. Let's see what this says. Let's see. She likes social equity. Yeah, exactly. Undeserved or underprivileged presentation. Exactly.
But at the same time,
Megan.
who doesn't know that it's a bad idea to hand a handwritten note to a bank teller?
Yeah, I guess he could have whispered. But this is another thing. Okay, he's an estimated worth. What is it? Amount. He's estimated 25 million. Worth of 25 million.
And it's not the first time he's done this, right? So is this girl just new?
Maybe. Is it the same? It must be the same bank, right? Because you have to go to your branch. I don't know how it works.
Right.
But don't you have assistants? Don't you have someone else? Or can't you wire transfer? Oh, wait. But it's cash. The woman wanted cash.
Right.
Go to my nails in Philippines. Let me share the screen here. I want to go through this article real quick. Right here. No, not that one. This one. All right, so right here.
But in the overall scheme, I don't see her being out to get him. I don't see the cops being out to get him. He wasn't out to get nobody. It was everybody stayed calm and the situation got resolved. Yeah.
Ryan Coogler's 911 call draws attention to Bank of America's history of racist practices against Black customers. Several past instances of racist banking practices against Black and brown customers, customers and employees alike cost Bank of America hundreds of millions of dollars in fines well before Ryan Coogler fiasco. So they dug up history now. As of a blank teller calling the police on an award-winning, there you go, a Black bank teller. You were right. Police on an award-winning movie director.
It's every time, bro.
Larger conversation is how it just happened to be employed by a financial institution with a documented history of racist treatment towards Black and brown customers and employees. I like how they write Black and brown.
I mean,
people. Why not just people?
So the bank teller was Black. It looked like one of the officers was Black and the other one might have been Hispanic, maybe Pacific Islander. Couldn't really tell because of his mask, but I think that, man, this is one of those situations. It's like making a mountain out of a molehill. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see any.
This happened back in January. Why is it coming out now?
Well,
that's
because
to distract us of other shit. I don't know. I have no idea. But here's the 911 call made by the unnamed Bank of America teller, identified only as pregnant Black woman. Are you fucking kidding me?
Right.
Why not?
And see, that's what I said, dude. And it's so. I mean, everybody in the chat, you just heard me predict it, right?
Yeah.
And that's the way the media spin is today. If somebody does something wrong or questionable, I'll tell you why this happened in January. And we're just now hearing about it because the bank teller was Black. If she was white, this shit would have been out an hour later.
You're probably right, man.
And I've always like
falsely accusing Hollywood movie director Coogler. But that's the other thing. The other articles that you would see, he was like, oh, he was arrested. Oh, he wasn't arrested. He was detained and let go. Bank of America employee who called the cops on Ryan Coogler was a Black woman. It be your own people. Apparently, the teller thought Coogler's clear and concise note asking for discretion read, "I'm robbing you." Now, how the fuck does that note translate to "I'm robbing you"?
Right.
It specifically says, "I'm withdrawing from my account. Please do not count the money in front of me and in the front and count it elsewhere. I want to be discreet." It says right here. So Coogler, who is worth estimated 25 million, after stewarding the seminal Black Panther movie to a record-setting box office history, presented the required identification to the teller, asked for, and when we entered the branch, the Nato withdraw $12,000 in crash. Oh my God! Talk about stereotyping. I apologize. Fucking rum and code. $12,000. No. Because of the amount of money, he wrote his request. He wrote his requested transaction on a piece of paper, a concept that is hardly foreign when making large withdrawals at banks. The note also asked the teller to be discreet, which is also not an unreasonable request considering how much cash was in question. When the teller asked the question about his request, Coogler directed her to his note, likely because the celebrity adjacent, wealthy Hollywood mainstream did not want to draw attention to himself in the cash. That tingled the teller's spidey sense. See that's cute what they did there right there. Right? That's really cute. Basco. Hold on, I see here. I love food. Basco, if you were
but do
white,
we know that she actually even
hold
read
on,
the note?
Basco, hold on. Basco, if you were white, that would have got you canceled laughing my ass. I am actually. I am white. I am what Danny calls white chocolate. That's what Danny calls me.
Well, you
Yeah,
can't
no,
cancel us because we haven't gotten big enough to be uncanceled yet.
Yeah,
like we're like
we're
self-canceled, I guess.
Pretty much. I believe me. I apologize, man. I was just yeah, man. Like, you know, Ozzo knows me for years, man. I mean, like, we're just fuck. It was a flirting crack slip. No, but seriously, but like I like what they did here. Cute Marvel, right? Spidey senses, pretending to step away to consult with her supervisor when she was actually making the call to police. So that's another thing. Isn't there a protocol where you should speak to your supervisor?
How's a bank that nice? You got to call the police. Don't they have a panic button?
That too.
She called 911.
Yeah. Yes, they would have panic buttons. Absolutely. However, curiously, she couldn't seem too accurate, but she felt that way when the 911 dispatcher asked the teller if Coogler had a weapon or if he was trying to rob the bank. The teller didn't answer in the affirmative. All she apparently knew was a black man asking to withdraw thousands of dollars. That must have been, oh my God.
But read that last line.
Does he have a gun?
Not that I know of. The very last line, right above the 3 dots.
3 dots, right?
I'll read it. It says, not that I know of. The teller responds, but she suggests Coogler's appearance is what made her suspicious, noting that he had on black sunglasses and a black hat. How long? Maybe you've never noticed. I don't know, but it's been a long time since I've walked into a bank that didn't say right at the door, you must remove sunglasses and hats. No sunglasses, no hats.
Really?
Yeah. Specifically because of that.
See, and Rough Girl says something that's interesting. She knew who he was. She was a hater. She's a hater.
Ooh, I didn't think of that.
Yeah, that's interesting. She must have seen his name.
But I don't know who he is.
Oh man,
there's a chance she might not have. I don't know.
Why, he's from Atlanta, right? So he's like, he's popular there. In the black community for everything with Black Panther. Yeah, that's very interesting what you said, Rough Girl. I'm like, really?
Don't bitch from the hood.
It's from You're fucking on fire, Rough Girl, man. You're on fire today. Oh my God.
Rough Girl said that shit.
Hey, what's up,
that
Jason?
bitch from the hood.
Damn. You know, girl. She up here with $12,000. Motherfucker not spending it on me. What?
And she clapped after every word.
Yeah. Oh my God. I'm so shook up. The teller continues. I don't know what he's trying to do. Get his fucking money out of his account. That's what he's trying to do. The 911 dispatcher concludes the call by saying police were en route, which we all know resulted in Kerr being temporarily detained. Temporarily detained, people, not arrested. Don't believe those articles were saying that he got arrested. He was not arrested. He was detained. Following the false accusation, listen to the 911 call below. Oh shit, it's below. Where is it? Where's it?
Okay, now
the more
and more I hear this teller talk, I'm kind of like changing my opinion on this. I think I think he's a black man who just got racially profiled by a black woman. Has that happened before?
Yeah, that happens. Absolutely, that happens. Absolutely.
On this level.
I don't know about this level, man.
I can't
but
think of an example.
Where the fuck's the call? I want to hear it. Where is it? Oh, listen. Is this it? Is this it? Listen.
Ryan Coogler 911 call draws attention to Bank of America's history of racist
Oh,
practice.
that's the whole fucking article. I don't want to hear the whole fucking article.
All right.
Where's the 911 call? Ryan Coogler's 911 call draws attention of racist. Yeah, we knew that. Boy, the fuck? Where is it?
What the fuck?
What the fuck? We can't find the call.
You gotta quit doing that.
I have disclaimer. I make people voices for fun, not for making fun of people.
It just made it sound worse.
Why are you laughing at me, fucking guy?
Because you know that
Fucking guy,
voice
why you
kills
laugh?
me. You know that fucking voice
Say
gets me every time.
Say something to talk about.
Because all I hear is, "What's on jail for your nail?"
Oh shit! I don't know where the fucking call is. Net one reported. Net one news one. Shit! I'm like seeing shit that I see. I can't even read. Net one. Ooh, too much rum in my Coca-Cola. Oh my god! Here's this. Very good. Let's go to the chat because I can't find fake news. Absolutely. Bank of America is a trash bank. Well, he has millions in there, but he has money in there. And brother took out $12,000. False flag, whatever that means. Yeah, false flag. She's like, I don't know, man.
It means making a mountain out of a molehill. I think that the teller obviously overreacted. Do I think she was out to get him? Probably not. Like I said, everybody did what they were supposed to do and it got resolved. I just think this is making something out of nothing. If this happened to some, African American guy that was working at the Circle K down the street and came down on lunch break to take out $50, would it have made the news? No. Just because of who it is, who it happened to.
I agree. I agree. Yeah, absolutely. 100%. 100%. It's because of who he is. Because I'm sure shit like this must happen more often, but we just don't never hear about it. Jason comes in. I bet he changes bank.
I would.
I definitely would. So fuck that shit. Yeah.
So Bank of America is owned by Berkshire Hathaway. Do you know who that is?
Nope.
Shit, I can't think of his name. Jason, what's the investor guy? Everybody, like, he says one thing and the whole market changes. Jason will know. Who is that guy? Massive investor. Everybody does everything he says.
Hey, daddy, baby, I want your money. Don't you worry. Said hey. Meanwhile, we'll bring you this presidential
Warren Buffett.
address.
Right, Warren Buffett.
I'll bring you this presidential debate right now. It's breaking in.
Yeah, Warren Buffett. Yep, food, get it. Oh, you can play it. God, I love this.
Yeah, man. Presidential, yeah, man.
I recently found out.
What's that?
Oh, I recently found out I can set my phone to perform certain actions. Like when my alarm goes off, I can have it play a video. And I'm setting it up to play this because I want to wake up to this every morning.
All right, guys, this is some funny shit. In case you missed the last time we played it on our show.
We interrupt your regularly scheduled program to bring you a message from the President of the United States. My fellow Jamaicans, our nation is in crisis. The Decepticon variant Hobo 19 is still killing fat people. Inflation is destroying our fart jars, and now that Ukraine is being sexually raped. That is why I've asked Congress to order a full-scale attack on Joe Rogan. Not Joe Rogan, the Russian guy. The guy with the shirt. Pootie Tang, man. Bad dude. We gotta come together, man. Get this guy. He's got our cranes. He's got all the cranes. We need him for the better build back. The build back better. The better build back better plan, man. You say it 3 times fast, pal. You say it. We interrupt your...
Hobo 19.
The Decepticon variant.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Oh
man.
god, that cracks me up. My eyes water every time.
Oh my gosh.
Somebody had way too
Oh.
much time on their hands with that one.
Oh my god, for sure, man. Hey, today's show was popping, man. That was great. That was awesome. We got 10 people right now. Oh my gosh. I hope
Hey, do you
everybody in
want
the
to
chat's been good.
do you want to run the Jesse Smollett thing?
Yeah, send it to me, man. What is it?
I
Is it-
did earlier.
Oh, you
That's
did?
that one I sent, yeah.
Oh shit. Hold on a minute, sir. I'm gonna look for it, master.
I think I can resend it.
No. Hold on. I don't have to. I just have to. I have to go into my messenger. All right. Or is it here? Oh, it's this one.
Amen, Jason.
Oh yes. We have to touch this. Yes. Oh, hold on. This is interesting stuff. Yes. So this is the guy from Power, right? He was convicted.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't know the whole. So.
Okay.
So just give me a refresher. He accused
Jesse Smollett. Yeah. He staged his own beating and claimed it was by white supremacists wearing MAGA hats. I believe it was in Chicago at 1 a.m. while he was walking to a Subway sandwich shop. Mm-hmm. And then he claimed that they hung a noose around his neck and poured bleach all over him and called him an N-word faggot from Empire. Right? Like Dave Chappelle did a whole skit on this. He called him Juicy Smouye.
Oh, shit.
Did you hear?
Oh,
yeah.
Hold on. Yeah. A second.
So, yeah, if you are familiar with this, dude, I strongly suggest taking a look.
No,
at
I
this,
remember. I just didn't remember the details on it.
Do you remember the prosecutor letting him off with it, and then Chicago rebelling over it? Like this guy just got away with telling this giant lie.
Jesse said he was the gay Tupac.
Yeah.
They like Tupac in jail. Every inch of him will be loved in General Pop. Wow. Yeah, I have his police report from that night. Holy shit. Bad as that idiot in NASCAR, Bubba. All right, let's listen to this. Okay, I didn't hear this before.
30 months felony probation. You will pay restitution to the city of Chicago in the amount of $120,106. You are fined $25,000, which is the maximum fine, and you will spend the first 150 days of your sentence in the Cook County Jail, and that will start today, right here, right now.
Damn.
Okay.
I am not suicidal.
Okay.
I am not suicidal. I am innocent, and I am not suicidal. If I did this, then it means that I stuck my fist in the fears of Black Americans in this country for over 400 years and the fears of the LGBTQ community. Your Honor, I respect you and I respect the jury, but I did not do this. And I am not suicidal. And if anything happens to me when I go in there, I did not do it to myself. And you must all know that.
I'm sentencing you to
wow.
felony probation.
Right. Like this guy has been caught lying 7 ways to Sunday, bro. The brothers that he paid to dress up and fake jump him. I mean, do you remember that, right? The two, I believe they were, they're somewhere in Africa, but they were fitness trainers. They're twins.
Holy shit.
They've already testified. Yeah, he paid us $15,000 to do it. Like, I mean, and he's sitting there like, and he thinks he's so much more important than he really is. Because he's like,
I can tell you one thing. His ass cheeks were clenched up like you wouldn't believe, and there's no tomorrow, man. Oh my God.
And then
Nigerian.
Nigerian. There you go. And I just saw a video right before the show.
Mm-hmm.
That they have him in protective custody because that clip right there had already made it to the jail. They were waiting on his ass.
Oh my gosh.
So they haven't taken him to jail yet. They have him in protective custody somewhere, but they haven't taken him to lockup yet because they're waiting on him.
He paid on check, dumb bash.
Yeah, he paid them with a check.
What a dumb. He checked. That's a dumbass.
Well, look what happens when you go to a bank and try and withdraw $15,000, though. So I mean,
He would have wrote the note. Oh my gosh.
Right.
Oh my god. He's going to enjoy jail. Oh, dude. Oh my god. That. Oh my gosh. Was it
about died
150,
when I saw that.
150 days.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
That, to me, that's not near long enough. Near long enough. He made fools out of movie stars, every news station out there. I mean, yeah.
Because that's one thing I recall, because a lot of people were backing him up, right?
Yeah.
At first. Yeah.
Justice for Juicy. Have you seen Dave Chappelle's skit on this?
No, I didn't.
Oh, it's fucking gold, dude. It's fucking gold. Yeah, yeah. I'll
What? Hold on. What is it called? Justice for
Juicy.
Oh my gosh.
But it's
Dave
kind of
Chappelle
a long
on
thing. It's
Justice
been out for a
World
while.
Incident.
Yeah.
Oh, it's on his Netflix special?
Yeah. I don't know if you could show that.
Well, if I pause it ever so often to comment on it, yeah, I should be okay. Oh no, I'll probably get struck.
Yeah,
it's on
I
YouTube.
wouldn't do
Oh,
it.
it's on Netflix is a joke.
Yeah.
It's on their channel.
But yeah, if you haven't seen
okay,
it, or anybody
I'm
in
gonna
chat
watch
has seen it, it's hilarious.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna put the link in the chat for the people that they can watch it, so they know what we're talking about. I'm gonna watch it now, so the chat can watch it as well.
Yeah, because and there's a lot. I mean, like Chappelle didn't even use his real name, and in an effort to not use his real name, he wrote it in as part of the joke.
All right, I'm gonna watch it. Hold on.
But yeah, it's kind of long.
That French actor Jesse Smollett.
Juicy Smouillet.
Oh. He's an actor from France. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it goes on for a while though, bro.
He's gay and he is black and not just French.
Right.
Oh my god, he's tearing it up, bro. Oh my gosh.
I just couldn't believe, man. He doubled down on that shit in court.
No, man. And all the proof, like you said it, all the freaking evidence is all against him. I am revoking his black card. Fuck. Many people are revoking more than just his black card, his gay card as well. Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, apparently they don't want to use the word. Did you hear about that? They don't want to, you can't say gay anymore. They want to remove it. Yeah, they can't say
they're
gay.
caught.
The gay is actually means the actual meaning of gay originally was happy. You know what?
Right.
What are they going to change? The fucking theme song to the Flintstones? We're
Right.
going to have a gay old time. What, you can't say that anymore? Anyways.
Well, and then this whole thing in Texas about the don't say gay law or whatever, can't say gay law. All it is a law that says that in school, kids between kindergarten and third grade cannot be taught about sexuality at all. It doesn't mean homosexuality. It doesn't mean, whatever sexuality, heterosexuality. Sexuality cannot be discussed in a classroom setting for kids kindergarten to third grade. Is it in Florida? Sorry, Jason. Yeah, it's Florida. That's right. My bad. It's Florida. There was something else going on in Texas.
What the fuck isn't going on in Texas?
Well,
apparently a lot of people are moving to Texas, man. A lot of people.
And most of them are from California, and that's why everything's getting all fucked up. They're all leaving California and going to Texas and trying to make the same changes that brought about the shit that made them want to leave California.
That's interesting. I have a couple of YouTubers that I usually jump on their streams. I'm gonna ask them that.
It's what's happening.
Yeah,
There's a slogan going around: "Don't California my Texas."
Don't California my Texas.
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh, man. Well, frick, we had a good one. 1 hour and 25 minutes, man. The chat was pumping. We had like 10 to 11 people up in here. Awesome. We had Jason that jumped in there at the end, man. Always great for you to have you, brother, man. You know that. Rough girl, my God, you were tearing it up today, girl. Oh my shit. And then we had Arvik that probably bailed after my Asian my Asian impersonation. He was like, oh, that's it, I'm out of here before I get flagged for being on this shit. Oh my gosh. I love food was in the house. Oh, we had Key Dots as well. Mario Low Spec, G Major. Man. It was great. Great show, bud. This is fun. I look forward to this on Fridays, actually. I really do.
Me too. I really do.
It's awesome. It's awesome. You know, we pretty much do this shit when we're gaming. You know, how many times we're talking about shit? I'm like, fuck, we should be streaming this shit.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Mario. You guys did a good job again. Oh, thank you. That's awesome. Remember, share, retweet, you know, send it to your cousins, uncles, you know everybody. You know, Vasco, I'm Asian and I approve your message. Oh, nice. So
don't
should I say
enable him, please? Do not enable him.
So should I say I love food? I'm messing, you know. Honestly, man, I love food and Mari and people that don't really know. I grew up in a very multicultural area. I was a minority white guy. My parents immigrated to Canada from Spain in the 60s. The majority of my friends were black, from Nova Scotia. Onzo from Bigaford Entertainment being my first best friend from the age of 3. You know, we grew up together. I had Jamaican friends. I had Trinidadian friends. Then, you know, we lived in a multicultural area, which was where a lot of immigrants went, right, to get their start. So that whole area had a huge transition, right? It went from, you know, Jamaican, West Indian to complete Laos, Vietnam, Filipino, Chinese. It was a huge change. So I was always a kid that was able to pick up people's accents and actually mimic them, and that's why that happens and stuff like that. Oh, I got a Twitch. It's a good thing to grow up in a multicultural. Yes, it is 100%. I would never, ever change my childhood, because I've been immersed in their culture. I've seen things, and I've become non-blind. And that's when a lot of times when I tell people I don't see color, they go, it's bullshit, you see color. Sometimes I don't. I do when it depends on the context. When other people are shining light on it, then that's when I see it. But when I go into a store and I step up to a clerk or whatever, or a person, and I say, hey, how are you? I'm asking a question. I don't think of it because the person's black or whatever, or whatever color, that I'm going to get a different type of response or interaction. I just go in there blind, and that's how it is. So it's just crazy. When I was working at, did I tell you the story, 36? When I was working at a grocery store, right? It was the funniest shit ever. I was a bag boy, right? And it was a Jamaican family that was there, and they were doing their groceries, and you know, we had that awesome question that you had to ask, paper or plastic, right? Back then,
right.
When people had, you know, you actually had an option of having bags given to you without paying for them. So the woman's like, you know, all right, me, I'm gonna pay my thing, all right, I'm gonna go take that. And then the guy's like, all right, I go to the lady, all right, would you like paper or plastic? So it's, oh, I'll take the plastic bag, child. I'm like, all right, no problem. So I start putting the groceries in the plastic bag, and then the husband comes in and he goes, "Yeah, boy, may I say, put it in the paper bag, man." And I was like, and I'm like, "Yeah, but your wife said put it in the plastic bag." And the guy just looked at me. It just came out, and the guy looked at me like, "Man, where you from?" And I'm like, "I'm from the island." He goes, "What island?" "The island of Montreal." It was funny. It was funny ass shit, man. It was really freaking funny. My Little Fish Room. Good show, guys. Thank you, sir. I really appreciate it. Thanks for having me, guys. Y'all be good. Awesome. Anytime. If you're not busy, you can always start a great stream, guys. Peace out. Yeah. You guys rocked it. And you guys made us rock it by being in the chat, to be honest with you. I grew up in a white area, and I did not feel home. I was always the one out. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. Sorry that you had to live that. Yeah. And then if you're too much, you'd be called by your peers like an Uncle Tom and stuff, right? If you're thinking a certain way. That really sucks. Yeah. No, I wouldn't change my childhood. It was fun. Yeah. Very educational. It was like the United Colors of Benetton, to be honest with you. Yeah. So cool stuff. Mr. 36, anything to say before close it up?
Nope. Let's go some PUBG and start shooting people.
So American of you. Let's get out of here and go into video gaming and kill people. Yeah, so saying that, guys, thank you very much, and have yourselves a great night, and we are out.